Hey guys!
Hey!
Today we're going to be telling y'all a very important story that happened.
Yes, we met 5 seconds this summer. Well, we met Callum and Ashton actually.
Yeah.
We couldn't find Luke or Michael, but hey.
We missed Luke by like 2 minutes, like months in advance.
It was probably like a month or two ago. Like Lauren came to my house.
Yeah.
Because we knew that we wanted to stalk 5 Seconds of Summer before the Pelham show because they had a day break between Jacksonville and the Alabama show. What they do is they leave the show immediately like after it's done, and then they go on to the next city or like country or wherever it is. And so we felt like, yeah, we should like prepare and like write out places that where Five Sauce might be if they were going to be there on the 21st.
Yeah, so I feel like planning in advance is important. Not that that necessarily helped us in the end, but like if you Google it, like Google hotels or like research, like type in like things to do in blank city, like or wherever they're gonna be, and just like they could do this. I feel like a lot of times, at least for this tour, they went to a lot of coffee shops.
Yeah, they've been to like a lot of coffee shops,
downtown areas.
Some fans found Callum in a parking garage.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just we looked up hotels and we wrote down like a whole like list of hotels.
Yeah, and Birmingham is such a small city.
Yeah.
It's not like New York where there's like 100, 200 really nice hotels.
Yeah.
It was like there's 3 nice hotels, and so it's like a higher probability that they're gonna be there as long as it's like near the venue.
Yeah.
They stayed like 20 minutes away, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes.
I think it was like 10 or 12 minutes away. It was pretty close because like we sped. 21st, like 9:15ish, I would say we left.
Yeah, we left.
Yeah.
We went straight to Birmingham. We got there like 10.
It was like 10:30,
11. Around, nothing was there, and it like no one had told us. Like, also another thing I did on the way up there, I turned on notifications for update accounts.
Okay.
I feel like turning on notifications is like a big thing.
Yeah, that is a big part. Like, so you know immediately, like, yeah, they're in my town, or
they arrived,
here,
or they're at the venue, or they're out walking around, or they've been with fans, or whatever.
Yeah, because like when we first got to the venue, we were thinking like maybe Five Sauce isn't even in Alabama yet. We had no clue where they were. We decided to like eat at Whataburger for lunch. And then afterwards, we went back to the venue, and then we ran into these 2 girls that were also looking for Five Sauce.
And they lived in the city, so that helped a lot. Because like we don't know our way around, and they knew their way around. And
they like actually lived there, and they knew like everything so well, so that like really helped us. We had talked to them, and they said, "Oh, there's no sign of Five Sauce yet either."
The parking lot for a long while.
Yeah.
And then
I locked my keys in the trunk of my car, which was not good. I was freaking out. So, then it started pouring down rain, and I was thinking, great, we're not going to meet Five Sauce. We don't know if they're in Alabama. I was freaking out.
Yeah, and we ran into some more fans there too that were driving around. They were going crazy. And they're like, oh my god, are they here? And they're like, we've been in downtown. We've been all over the place today. Yeah. And we all were like, I feel like they're going to be in downtown.
Casey from Hey Violet, he tweeted a video of him at a shooting range, and Rena was at the laundromat. So I was thinking like maybe Five Sauce is with Hey Violet because they had like tweeted that or whatever, but no.
So yeah, at that point we knew they were in the state. We just needed to find them.
Yeah, so we knew they were in Alabama then, so we were like, okay, where are they?
So we waited outside the venue. She locked her keys in the car.
Yeah.
And we get into the car with the 2 girls who started raining.
And then Lauren.
I'm on my phone and I get this notification from the Five Sauce update account I had turned on the way up there. And it was like, Luke today with a fan. And
then we were like, oh my god.
I was like, guys, this is happening. And so they had tagged the girl, like the Twitter, like the actual girl's Twitter that was in the picture with Luke. And I clicked on it and I started tweeting her. I was like, is this in Alabama? Is this in Alabama? Like I just started spamming her account. Yeah. And I showed the picture to the 2 girls in Birmingham.
And they were like, oh my god, we know where that is.
They started zooming in on the background. They're like, this is the Galleria. They're at the mall. And I was like, oh my god.
Like, because in the background you could barely see.
I'm getting chills thinking about it.
I know. Like, you could barely see, like, anything in the girl's, like, picture, like, in the background or whatever. But they, like, saw, like, a glimpse of part of, like, the mall or whatever, and they said, we know where that is.
So we were like, oh my god, and Julie's like, I can't just leave my car here. And I'm like, Julie, we have to do this.
Yeah, so I don't even care at this point. We gotta go meet Five Sauce. And she tweeted us the location and like confirmed it with us. So we were like, oh my god.
So we started speeding off, and on the way she was like, they're eating lunch at Chick-fil-A right now. They're eating lunch at Chick-fil-A.
We're speeding down the road to the mall. It's pouring down rain. I'm screaming and crying.
She's screaming. Michaela's screaming. Courtney's like, oh my god. And the girl driving is yelling at people to go.
I started hyperventilating because like Ashton is my favorite, and I never thought there was a chance in my life I would like
the closer they kept saying 10 minutes guys, 5 minutes. I
know, 2 minutes, and we were like kept getting closer, and I said I can't breathe. Like, it just got worse by the moment because
we drive to the Galleria and we're almost there, and I was like, the buses.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, the buses. So the girl veers over here and she parks in front of the buses, and we get out, we start sprinting into the mall.
Yeah, so like I start taking pictures of the tour bus, and then we started sprinting through like Forever 21. We were like,
I was about to faint.
Here. I
could not run, and I was already freaking out enough.
Yeah, by that point I was lightheaded because I was freaking out.
Yeah,
so
I was
bad.
lightheaded too.
I was like, oh my god, like they cannot be
here. And I was like, y'all know where the Chick-fil-A is? And they're like, yeah. So I followed them. And we get up there, and there's like this carousel in the middle of the food court, and
then we go past it, and I said, like, I don't see them.
And I look over, and I was like, oh my god, it's Ashton.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. And like, I just saw like the side of his face, and like, me being stupid, I was wearing a 5 Seconds of Summer shirt, which you should not do if you're gonna.
So they like looked over and they like knew they were there. It's like you draw
attention to yourself, and like I thought I would be cute and wear a 5 Sauce shirt. No, it's not cute. Don't do it.
Don't do
it. Like, if Ashton like looked at me and he just kind of kept staring, and I was like, it's because I have this shirt on. I shouldn't have worn this shirt. And a bunch of fans kept coming up to us and being like, they're not getting pictures. They're eating right now, they're not going to get pictures.
Yeah, but what had happened was, after we saw Callum, Ashton, and their friend Mitchie Collins.
Yeah, they were sitting at a table eating lunch.
Yeah, and our friend that we met, Kylie, she went up and started talking to Callum first. She had, like, the most courage out of
Yeah, she just went up there, and I turned around, and she's shaking Ashton's hand.
Yeah, and then
Callum's hand, I was like,
she asked Callum if they could be cow pals, and she, like, kept talking to Callum or whatever. My fear, like, went away, and I had the courage to, like, go up there with her, and I said, hey, Callum, and then I said hey to Ashton. I asked him if he could write out a tattoo for me, but since they were eating, he was like, oh no, not right now, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he just kind of looked down at his food, and he was like, I'm eating.
Yeah, like, I felt bad for asking, so I said, oh, I'm so sorry for bothering you. He was like, oh no, it's fine. And then
Callum was just like, all right, have a good day, y'all.
Yeah, so Ashley was like, oh, it was nice meeting you guys. We didn't say anything to Mitchie. I kind of felt bad. We kind of like ignored Mitchie.
Yeah, and me being stupid, me and Michaela walk up. I just remember following Julie to the table. And then, Ashton's like, hey, y'all. And I was like,
yeah.
I just stared at him. I was like, I didn't say anything. I was just like.
Yeah, for me, it was very weird seeing them in person because I'm 6 foot tall. They're over 6 foot. Like, Callum and Ashton were both like 6'1". After we met them or whatever, like, we took like a couple pictures of them from behind because I didn't want to take pictures of their like face or whatever and bother them.
I honestly, truthfully, I thought this is it. This is the only time I'm ever gonna see them. This is the only time I'm ever gonna meet them.
Yeah, and so like Ashton and Callum or whatever, they put their food in a to-go box and they start walking away with Mitchie.
This was like right after we said.
So we said like, yeah, we don't want to follow them around the mall. So let's just like disperse and like go somewhere else in the mall.
Yeah, and then honestly, we weren't gonna follow them around the mall. Yeah. Like, that was on our team. We went to Starbucks, and then we kept walking around the mall for a little bit, and we just so happened to see. We ended up seeing Ashton and Callum shopping.
Yeah, they were in a shoe store going shoe shopping.
Yeah, they were in a store called Champs or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. So we like glanced over and we saw them again. I didn't really see any fans in the store with them.
No, but there was these 2 fans standing outside just staring into the window.
There was 2 fans that kept like stalking them. I was like, okay, you're annoying them.
The girls we saw at the venue before, they were there. They were running around the mall like maniacs. You leave the Galleria, and we sit in the car, which was parked outside the buses, and we were waiting there for like 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes.
And then 20 people in that car, let's just say that. And I was the one squished, so like I got out of the car and I was like, I need some air. So like I just sat on the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have my phone on me. I didn't do anything. I was just on top of the car.
So she was sitting on top of the car. I was in the back seat with like Michaela and Courtney, and then Kylie and the other Michaela were in the front seat.
Yeah.
And so we see Ashton go back into the tour bus, and he has
had like his bags or whatever.
Yeah, he had like his bags and whatever that he bought from the mall, and he like looked over at us.
Yeah, okay, let me explain. So I was sitting on top of the trunk, and like I didn't have my phone on me. I wasn't being annoying. I wasn't doing anything. This kind of makes me mad. Like I understand, but like I wasn't being rude, and like he like walks up to the bus and like he's looking towards our way, and there was these girls in the car next to us blasting their music, being annoying as heck, and like they were like, oh my god, and they were like blasting Five Sauce, and like I'm sitting on the trunk, and of course I have my Five Sauce shirt on.
She had her Five Sauce shirt on.
And like Ashton like looks over, and I smile and I wave at him, and he just stares at me.
Yeah, and I waved in the car, but of course he couldn't see me.
I was like, you don't have to just stare at me, like ignore me then. Like
yeah, what I think had happened was like so many fans, like I think about 30 fans asked for photos, so I think he was just kind of like, okay, I need some time by myself. By the time we got to the mall, I think we were probably like the 50th person or something. I feel like, because I don't know, decided like, okay, let's give them like some space, let's just leave and go back to the venue. So we went back to the Oak Mountain Amphitheater. And
we get your car fixed.
Yeah, so we waited for AAA to come like lock my car, and it's like still raining outside. Hot. I'm sweating so much. I was like, I can't believe like Callum and Ashton, I just met them when I looked like a complete like train wreck. Like
after this, I feel like we should try to find them one last time, go to like downtown and like get some dinner and like see if they're at downtown. We got to the hotel, I changed because
she changed out of her Five Sauce shirt.
I cannot do this. Like, I feel so humiliated.
Yeah,
right
she
now.
was like, I should not have worn a Five Sauce shirt today.
So
I'm
bad.
changing. I was like, okay.
Even though I looked cute, it was a bad idea. So we go back to the Galleria, right? And the buses are still there, and I was like,
and we were like,
they're still here. Dave had come off the bus.
Yeah, Dave, their security
guard. Go to the hotel. We shouldn't have left. That's what you done.
Yeah, so before we went into Chick-fil-A or whatever, Dave was like walking back and forth, and he went back into the hotel or whatever. So we left to like go to Chick-fil-A, get the water. And then while we were inside for those like 5 or 6 minutes, Callum and Nia like walked out of the tour bus back into like the hotel, because the hotel is hooked to the mall.
Yeah, I think that's why they stayed there all day, is because their hotel was connected to the mall.
What was it, the Hyatt?
Yeah, the Hyatt.
They stayed in the Hyatt hotel, and we were like, oh my god. So someone tweeted out the picture, and I see my car in the background, and I was like, what the heck? That is literally my car in the background of this photo.
And I was like, guys, we're going back out there. We're going back out there. I'm not leaving. And we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait.
Yeah, we waited. And Callum came out with Dave and the other security guard, and he started smoking, and they were like surrounding him.
Yeah.
So that none of us could like take I guess like pictures and videos and stuff.
I took like 4 pictures or something.
Yeah, I took a couple pictures, but then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna take any more.
And this is what's so weird. It's like, I don't know what he was doing. Like, it was so
I know what you're gonna say.
It was so strange, and I sound completely insane saying this.
But Callum, he took out his phone and went like this.
So he's smoking, and like I didn't have my phone out. I took 3 pictures and then I put my phone away because I was like, I don't want to annoy him.
Yeah.
And like I was shushing people.
Yeah, like this girl was screaming and crying, and I feel kind of bad, but yet I don't, because I said, shh. I said, shut up. I was like, he's not gonna come over here if you're screaming and crying. Yeah. And I'm starting to like freak out. I was sitting on the trunk of the car, and Michaela was standing right next to me, and like I seriously sound so insane, but like he literally takes out his phone while he's smoking, and he's staring at me. And he takes it. Yeah.
He was like staring at me, like in this direction. Like
he stared in our direction, like
and
right where we were
standing. And he goes like
standing.
this. This is what he does. He was like.
Yeah, he pulls out his phone.
Aims his phone right in like towards me and Michaela, and does this for like at least like 30, 40 seconds. And then he puts his phone away.
Yeah, and then he puts his phone away.
I almost wanted to start posing. Like, that's how obvious it was.
Yeah, so he took a picture or a video or something of us.
Because he was, like, aiming. It wasn't like he was texting. He was, like...
Because there was a group of girls, like, right here. There was us in the middle, and there were some girls further down.
Yeah, they were, like, way down.
He pointed his, like, phone, like, at us in our little group, and I was like, what the heck? So then,
yeah, it was so weird.
I know, and then, like, he, like, kept smoking or whatever, but then, like, he stopped, and then, like, Dave and the other security guards started walking towards us, and then Callum started walking with them, and then Dave yelled, "Stay right where you are!" Yeah, so I
literally stepped off the trunk because I'm like, he's coming towards me, he's coming for me.
She came off the back of the trunk, and, like, that's why Dave yelled, "Stay right where you are."
I was like, okay.
But she was just trying to get off the back of, like,
so
my
I could
trunk.
stand there and, like, talk to him and not sit on the trunk.
Yeah, so Callum literally came right to us. He, like in the middle.
Came, and he was like, "Hey," and I was like...
Yeah, and by this time, like, everyone was super quiet.
It was
nobody,
awkwardly silent.
Yeah, nobody was screaming or crying or anything, because we were like, oh my god, because Dave had just, like, yelled or whatever, so we were all like, oh my god.
I had my phone out, like, ready to, like, ask for a picture or whatever, and, like, I wasn't, like, taking pictures of him or anything.
Yeah, I didn't take any photos of him when he came to us, because I was like, I know how that is. I don't want to, like, bother him. But then this one girl ruined everything.
I will never, ever forgive this girl in my life.
I will never either. She literally went up to him and shoved her phone in his face and took a picture of him.
Right after he said hi to me, and then, like, she shoved the phone in his face before I could say, like, process that he said hi to me and say anything back. She shoved the phone in his face.
Yeah, and I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me?
And then he was like, "That's weird when you do that. Can you not do that? It's annoying."
Yeah.
I was like...
So he didn't like it when she shoved the phone in his face or whatever and said it was weird and how he didn't like it. And then...
he turned around.
Well, what happened was he pet this fan's dog. Someone had, like, brought their dog with them, and then he, like, petted her or whatever. It came, like, right to Callum. He said, "Oh, what an excitable little pup."
That's so cute.
But then, like, he went back into the tour bus after that.
Yeah, like, it was kind of like this 5 seconds of awkwardness. He stood there, and in my mind, I wanted to say hi.
But we were all gonna, like, be chill and talk to him. But then, right when we were, like, about to start talking to him, the girl shoved her phone in his face. Yeah. So we were like, oh, great. You know what I mean? She kind of ruined it because I could tell, like, well...
He was mad. And for a minute, I thought he was talking to me. And I was like, I don't even have my phone out. It's just ready. Like, I had it on the camera.
He talked to that one girl. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe he was thinking in his head, like, oh, it could escalate. Like, more people might try to, like...
I feel so bad for him. And he was so pretty. And his voice.
Yeah, he's... Like, oh, man. He is beautiful in person.
He had on that tan shirt. And I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, he had on, like, a tan shirt. And Callum is so tan in person. And like I said, like, earlier in the video, I'm 6 foot. He's taller than me. And so I was like, oh my God.
Do you think he actually was taller than you?
No, he was taller than me. And then, like, these, two of these girls that are kind of, like, younger, they grabbed this Smash CD that was, like, sitting outside, like, the tour bus. And then this other girl, she picked up, like, the cigarette butt.
Yeah, she was like, someone pick up the butt. And I was like, seriously?
Yeah, so she, like, sprinted, like, towards, like, the front of the bus and, like, grabbed Callum's cigarette butt.
I'm gonna laugh if she picked up Dave's or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
And we waited, and we waited.
Yeah, we waited, and we waited some more.
And we waited.
And, like, this car had pulled up.
Yeah, it was just, like, a tan Honda.
Yeah, it was, like, a tan Honda car, like a rental car. So, like, Ashton was the first one who came out, and he smiled. He said, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And then Nia Lovelace from Hey Violet followed him into the car. And then Mitchie was also, he was also in the car wherever with them. And then Callum came out and went into the car. And then, like, right as they all got into the car, like, Mitchie, their friend, you know, he started filming us, and then they sped off so fast.
I saw Ashton go like this, and I was like, yes!
Yeah, Ashton went like this to us.
He was in a good mood at that point.
Yeah, at that point, like, you could tell, like, he had cheered up. They watched SpongeBob, like, no wonder. But, like, you know, he was, like, still, like, really happy or whatever. And, like, I was wondering, like, is Mitchie gonna post the video of us he took on his Snapchat, but he didn't. Like,
none of the stuff was posted.
Yeah. So what he did, like, I could tell Mitchie was like videoing us because he had it at the back of his car, and he turned around and he kept videoing us, like, and then they like drove off so fast, and I was like, oh my god.
And that was like the last time that we had seen them.
See, like, there was so much security at the Hyatt Hotel. Because, like, in the parking garage alone, there's, like, 3 security people.
It was insane.
They were, like, walking around, like, checking to make sure that nobody was trying to sneak into the hotel.
The hotel, I feel like, is the most secure. And
yeah, so if you find Five Sauce's hotel, don't go in.
And don't even go into the lobby, because when they were getting on and off the buses, they weren't even going into the lobby. They were just going through the garage. But mall security came. And the guy was like, look, the bus driver told us that no one's on this bus anymore, and it's not important. Like, it's no point of y'all waiting out here anymore. Y'all been out here all day.
Yeah.
And I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, Michael is on this bus. Hey Violet is on this bus. The One OK Rock is on this bus.
Yeah, because there was this lady who had come out. I think it was one of the One OK Rock.
Yeah, she was like Asian, and she had like kind of like different styles.
She was very skinny, and she had been shopping too. She had walked back and forth like in and out of the tour bus at least like 2 times.
And I was like, I feel like Michael is on this bus.
Yeah, but we don't know whether like Michael was actually on the tour bus or if he went to the hotel. So he could have been in the hotel, he could have been in the tour bus all day. We have no idea.
He was somewhere all day. Like, he did not leave.
Yeah, he didn't come out at all. They waited for me to like come back up, and they told me about what head security had said and stuff. And we waited like another like 20 minutes in the parking lot, and they said, yeah, we should just leave.
Yeah, I think the car went straight to the hotel. That's what I feel like they did. Like, I feel like they wouldn't have taken them back on the bus.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the Honda or whatever, I think they may have explored the town, because this girl said, oh, I saw their car. Like, I don't know.
I feel like they probably went and got dinner and like probably
because like
somewhere.
Mitchie and like Luke or whatever, they were talking about how they went to Waffle House. So at some point in the day they went to Waffle House, but we don't know when. So
it was either when I first got there or that night.
That was our experience meeting Five Sauce. It was fantastic.
It was worth it.
Yes, it was so worth it. Like, Ashton is my favorite. Like, I love, like, you know, all of Five Sauce so much. But, like, talking to Ashton, like, oh my gosh, he's so sweet.
I regret not saying anything, honestly. So great. And, like, to be able to, like, interact with them and, like, maybe I didn't say anything, but, like, be able to interact with them or whatever.
And just see them in person. Like, they're just so beautiful.
Yeah. And, like, I liked it because it wasn't, like, meeting them, you know, through a fence, or meeting them through a mob, or like meeting them with security yelling at you. There was no security around them, and it was a super like chill environment.
Yeah.
It wasn't like people were going insane and trying to touch them, and like
like Dave was pretty chill. And then the next day, like, I woke up and like went to sound check. Like, I lined up at like 8:30 in the morning, and like that was like all I did the whole day.
Yeah, I didn't have sound check. All that I did was we just waited around the venue. We went to the Galleria again. The buses were not there. You know, if we stayed all night or like were there in the morning, we probably would have seen them again.
So I don't know when they got to the venue, because I had been waiting in line all day. But then like the concert happened like later on. It was just like amazing.
Annoying.
Yeah, don't scream.
Don't shove a phone in their face.
Yeah, don't shove a phone in their face. Like, be very quiet. Like, you may be freaking out inside, but like try all you can
and
to
try
just
to like make a conversation
calm
with them.
Yeah, because like think of it. Would you want people like to not say a word to you and just shove phones in your face? Like,
yeah, no. Like sure, if you say hi or like how are you?
Yeah, just
I'm glad you came to our state. Like, that's not going to annoy them.
Yeah, so ask them like how they're doing. Like, don't be like, hey, can I have a picture? The first thing. Like, we had an amazing experience meeting them,
and we didn't
even
get
a
happen. Picture.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I am so glad like the whole trip happened. Like, oh my god,
it was worth it.
So
it was
lucky.
Worth driving up there the night. That whole day was worth. Like, you know,
so worth
it was worth getting the hotel, and it was worth being there, knowing that they're there. Even that is like amazing in itself.
Yeah.
I think.
So if y'all ever have like the chance to do any of that, like, you can ask your mom, ask like someone, or you could ask someone like, I'll pay for your gas. You know,
or like get some friends to go with you, like we did.
Yeah, so if you have any kind of chance like that, like try and then like you may like be lucky enough to meet them. So yeah, that was like our experience meeting 5 stars.
I hope y'all enjoyed the video.
Thank you.